Welcome back to another BBPN broadcast. I'm your host, Cadet Tank. And yes, we have everything you're looking for and more. We have all three divisions. And an update on our current fundraiser, which is at $14.51. Thank you for everybody who's donated so far. Alright, without bullshitting or anything else, let's get on to the divisions and the memes, shall we?
How delicious!
Boils, phlegm, blood and guts, boils, boogies, rotten pus, blisters, fevers, weeping sores, from your wounds the fester pours.
Oh, shush, darling. You have your nurglings to take care of. Welcome, mortals, to my division. Your goddess Isha shall take a look at your attempt to please. Well, I'm pleased to see such a fine selection of mortals here. And how sporting of you to let the little green ones have some hope. But I'm sure none of you want to disappoint me. Oh my, so strange to see these ones without their brain boys. And I can see such an eager bunch. Like a good tussle, do you? I'm sure Gork and Mortar please, what are you? Perhaps offering champion belts would motivate. Oh, they're so adorable. Reminds me of all those playful nurglings that run around. And almost as slippery and hard to catch, I see. Well, keep up the good work. And a warm thank you from Constable Edward's lovely wife. The generous donations to his retirement fund are most appreciated. My dear, you're so cold. Why must you be so? And it shows in your play. Relentless, unstoppable, such an urge to cause harm. Or perhaps there's much Catan in you. The long game, indeed. Well, they certainly look healthy, unlike all the death that Coach collected in his basement. Must be difficult to play for someone who needs his glow lights fixed so often. The team shows hope, though, even if their coach doesn't. A most unusual collection of striking Medusas I've ever seen. But I hear and see they can dance. Perhaps these kittens will grow into the mighty lionesses they aspire to be. With the steady hand of their coach, I'm sure there'll be plenty of throat-ripping ahead. Aren't we trying to be a lively crew? Alrighty then. You really are quite the team. A talent for just about everything. And I'd almost expect you to break into a dance routine every touchdown. And you do score, don't you? Well, you don't sparkle, do you? And that's a good thing. Does look like a rough year, though. It can be difficult to master such a team. Perhaps you need a lesson from the Sabbat and learn to just hit things. Well, at least the coach is handsome and virile, even if his team is not. Clearly, the team has a lot to learn about staying intact. But the survivors have learned. That which does not kill them merely lays in wait to toss them out of the compartment later. Oh no, my lovelies! What have those horrid mortals done to you? But to see the song so strong in you, my children. You'll rise again, in speed, in strength, in cunning. You'll triumph in the end, and not to them if they try to tell you differently. How dare! Are you sure you don't follow my companion? The stench is unbearable, so embrace it. However, I do see much courage with you. Perhaps you are waiting for your second wind to rise to the top of my division? Come, show me your true action heroes. Well, they look smart. Look at that. Sure, your choice of patriarch is so horrible. To be the final death for all of you. The team shows promise. But do any of your plans actually work? I have high expectations for this team. Expectations of failure at their own hand.
Oh dear me. Hasn't gone well, has it? The Ice Queen will sing songs of their efforts. There doesn't seem to be much hope, but I'm sure your insurance is covered. It shall be a study in how to carry oneself in the face of many a dark day. The triumph will be all the sweeter.
Thank you, darling. Can I have my division back now?
Man, that was a real run episode. Get Nurgle run. Anyway, yeah, good job. I believe our buddy the Scum covered for that one, and I loved how it came out. All right, now let's go on to Ace in the Khorne division.
They say there is honor in battle. They are fools. We fight for the Emperor, but the blood we spill sets another. Lord of Death, keep our souls lest they fall prey to hate.
How's it going, everyone? Welcome to BBPN. This is Ace with the Khorne Div, or the... Oh, my bad, I'm looking at the wrong division. The Khorne division of the first season of BBPN. We are on Launch Day 9. Let's go ahead and look over Day 6, 7, 8, and whatever games are coming to Day 9. And let's see our leaderboard, and we'll leave it there, as I do not have enough time tweaking with OBS, seeing how it works, etc., etc. And next time we will go over the teams and whatnot. So let's go ahead and look at the schedule. So, Day 6, we have the Orcs beat the Necros 1-0. The Lazy Boy Dark Elves beat the Funny Build Dark Elves 2-1. The Vampires go down 2-1 to the Bretonnians. Ogres and Kislev tie 1-1. Goblins and Ogres tie 1-1. And 2-0 for the Khemri versus the Underworld. Day 7, we see the Ogres drop once again to the Orcs 2-0. The Kislev take a 2-0 win over the Underworld. The Bretonnians fall 0-1 to the Khemri. The Knives Dark Elves win 2-1 against the Gobos. Nighttime Funtime Necros 1-1 against the Ogres. And the Lazy Boy Dark Elves 1-1 versus the Vamps. Day 8, we see the Sin City Charger Orcs drop 1-0 to the Kislev. Surprisingly, a really good Kislev team this time around. Yark tying 0-0 against the Bretts. The Underworld takes a win 1-0 from the Knives. The Khemri take a 2-1 win over the Necros. The Gobos take a 2-0 win over the Lazy Boy Dark Elves. And Maximum Ogre Drive loses 1-3 in a complete drubbing to the Vampires. And we have yet to have any games played in Day 9 so far. Just have something. So let's go ahead and look at our leaderboard and see where everyone's matching up. So Khemri at a 7-1-0 undefeated record technically so far, coming up at number 1. Sancho with the Kislev sitting at 6-1-1. He is pretty much locked into round 2. Orcs coming at 6-0-2, bringing up 3. Finhell coming in at 4-2-2, coming in at 4 with the Vamps. Bretonnians at 4-1-3, right behind him at 5. The Necros nipping at the heels at 6 at 3-2-3. The Knives Dark Elves coming at 3-1-4 at 7. And then the Lazy Boy Dark Elves coming in at 2-3-3 at 8. Suicidal Squad Scar keeping it alive at 2-2-4. Ogres coming in at 0-4-4, keeping that alive stay in the hunt to go into round 2. And then we have goblins at 116 and ogres at 026. Now, it is the bottom 2 are cut out, so Zector and Yark are not 100% out of this yet. If they can just win a game, they will be put above Yark and Sons. All they have to do is win one more game. Hell, all the goblins have to do is draw one more game, and they go into 10, and then it drops both ogres down to 11 and 12. So this is still not 100% settled. We'll see how it ends by the end of the season here, as I expect my next broadcast will be the end of round 1. And if so, I will bring you who's in, who's out, and the team rundowns. But for now, that is the Khorne division. And until next time, I hope you guys spill blood for the Bogon, collect skulls for the Skull Throne. And yet still no one has brought me milk for the cornflakes. Please bring me some. Come on, I've asked for 3 weeks now. Just do it. See you guys till next time, you filthy heretics.
Another good episode, Ace. Yeah, I agree. There's no reason to look at the teams till next week, see who goes on in advance. No, we're not trying to fly through this episode at all or set any records or anything. Alright, let's go to Scar in the Tzeentch division.
What do you mean we need more flesh and bone? There was like 7 deaths in the Tzeentch division alone. That's not counting all the injuries. I mean, those guys had to have lost arms and legs, right? Sometimes I wonder if a lawyer is really worth it. Hello, coaches, and welcome back. This is Scar, your resident Dark Knight of the Void, here to give you all that you could ever want to know about what's going on in the Tzeentch division. Today, we're going to look at the latest game results before very briefly seeing how the survivors are developing, even though we're only 3 games away from looking at it again. We got quite a bit to cover, so let's get started. Starting at the top of day 7, we have Bouncin beating the Delves 2-1. No deaths, but at least it was interesting. Up next, we have Judgment tying with the underdogs 1-1, but it looks like Judgment's luck has not changed, and they still lost someone. Ugh. Up next, we have a missed game from Knockout, and the Sons of Panda has gotten a free win. Oh boy, like this team isn't powerful enough. Thanks, Knockout. Up next, we have Gus beating WWE 2-1, but not without losing one of their own. That was certainly interesting, considering. Next up, we have Mary beating McMurdy's 2-0. And somehow, a halfling team is killing quite a bit since he took one of the elves with him. I have no idea what's going on anymore. Up next, we have Real Dad beating Nats 2-0. No casualties, despite armor value 7 all around. I guess Real Dad really does know how to shut down elf bullshit. Up next, we have Gus and the underdogs tying in a 0-0 game. And even losing one of the dwarves here, which is a little surprising. Next up, we have Bouncin beating Mary 3-0. Oh man, that is quite a nuffling. Up next, we have Judgment finally winning against the Nats of all teams 2-1. And no deaths either, so is this the start of a recovery? Up next, we have Knee-High Knockout and Real Dad tying 0-0, both of them losing a player in the process. I'm not sure if that would have just been a very odd game or a very interesting one. Next up, we have McMurdy tying with WWE 1-1, but not without paying for it with a death. I don't know what these halflings are eating, but I want some of it. Alright, moving on to the teams. We're starting with the Dodgeball Underdogs. And yeah, that looks like a standard dwarf team. Lot of Mighty Blow, lot of Guard. The only thing that is unusual is the Blage Runner, which is going to be an absolute nightmare to deal with. You keep doing you. I'm sure you'll do fine. Let's see. Next on the list is Bouncin' Bulls. And, got a few good level ups here. A 4 agility lineman with wrestle. Very nice for cage diving. We got a tackler. A dodge lineman for dealing with the ball. Few block. Pretty much a whole mess of skills, really. All to try and make the team work, which, it's working. Up next is the totally fine and totally working Chaos Team Judgment Time. Nothing has gone wrong at all. You see, he's got a plenty of block, and even a guy with extra arms. He's doing fine. It's fine. Nothing is wrong. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. Up next, we have Nihai Knockout, the other dwarf team, and they seem to have gone more with Guard and stat ups than with Mighty Blow, although they do have a Troll Slayer with it. Yeah, aside from the Dive Tackle, which is surprisingly effective, there really is nothing special to talk about here. Up next, it's the WWE Women's Evolution with Blage everywhere, few injuries, and a 4 agility blitzer, which is fantastic, and a Mighty Blow blitzer, which is really, really good. Oh, and a 4 agility catcher, too. By all means, this team should be in the top 5, but instead, they're at the bottom. That pretty much covers my thought process right there. Up next, we have McMurdy's Mini Monsters, going with a lot of Guard on both of his trees, and Grab second, which is interesting. Also, only 2 halflings with level up, one with Sure Feet, one with Sprint, so you could tell they're going for a running game, or as much of a running game as halfling teams go for. I have no idea how they're doing this well. Next up, we have Kodar's Ain't My Real Dad, and yeah, this seems fairly standard. Ton of Mighty Blow, got lucky with a Blodger, kick, and 1 tackle for those pesky ball runners. But nothing exceptionally fantastic. Maybe the Wolfender is the star player here, but I'm fully expecting him to die at some point. Let's see, next on the list is the Fall of Gnats, and they haven't been doing too great despite this actually rather impressive number of skills. Actually starting with Grab instead of Guard like the Halfling teams for their Treemen. Other than that, I don't really see anything super different except maybe that Guard on a catcher. Hopefully luck will be more on their side in round 2. Moving on, we have Merrimack United, and yeah, this is another team that's doing just fine. Like, you don't really need to pay attention at all to those empty spots. They have 2 blitzers that have Blage, 1 got extra movement. We got a wrestler, and a dodge catcher, and 2 guys with tackle instead of getting a kick. I'm sure everything is fine, and we don't need to worry about Vort or his elf guys at all. Like, at all. Next up, we got a player named Gus. And this is a fairly scary team, isn't it? 4 Blodgers right at the top, a Mighty Blow on a Berserker of all things, 2 Tacklers, a Dirty Player, and they even have a 4 Agility Ball Management. Oh boy. Did get Guard instead of Block on an Olfender, but I guess when you really need Guard, right? And next on the list we have Lost Sons of Panda. Also have a treatment with Guard instead of Grab. Trying to go for a passing game by getting Catch on 2 players, and a Dirty Player, naturally for halflings. But, yeah, still don't get how this team is doing as well as it is. And finally, we have the Ducking Dodging Delves, a team I still loathe. Having, well, they have a Blitzer with Blodge, a amazing catcher with 5 agility and wrestle, making him perfect for cage diving. The other one seems to have gotten Guard. I wonder where old SPP is going. It also has a lineman with block and a bunch of injuries, and that's about it. It's nothing against you, Bazers. I just really hate Delves. So, that's where our teams are at right now. Nearing the end of the round, I just have no idea what's going on anymore. It looks like both the halfling teams are going in on the second round above the hooligan division. And the ones most hurt for elimination are Chaos and Amazon. I mean, I would say the halflings have no chance against developed teams in the second round. But I said that about these exact teams in the beginning. I guess everything I know is wrong now. So Blodge is completely pointless, low armor value is somehow a good thing, and the Void is nothing more than the realm of potatoes. So, until then, this is Scar saying, win or lose, the potatoes always gets its revenge. Back to you, Cadet.
Did he just say potato revenge? You know what? I'm not even going to ask right now. We are on a roll. I didn't realize that we are going to make this done in 25 minutes. This is a BBPN record. 25 minutes with all 3 divisions. Amazing. Alright, that is it for BBPN. Catch us next time, next week, where we will see who makes it. This is Cadet Tank saying sometimes we win, sometimes we lose, but never bet against me.